Okay, so what we're going to be doing with this problem is finding where this function is concave up or concave down. So first what we have to do is find the derivative of the function, and the function is x times the square root of x plus 3. So we're going to have to use the chain rule, because you have to multiply them out. I'm sorry, the product rule, not the chain rule. So first, you use your first term, which is going to be x, and the derivative of that is 1. So use that stated by f and f prime. And then g is going to be the square root of x plus 3. So I rewrote that as x plus 3 raised to the 1/2 because it's the same thing. And then the derivative of that is 1/2, because you bring the power down, times x plus 3, and then you subtract that by 1, so it's to the negative 1/2. So then, sorry, you cross multiply f prime times g plus g prime times f. So that's what I got here. And then, since that's the first derivative, I need the critical points. And then, so I set that equal to 0. I found a common denominator, which was 2 times the square root of x plus 3, and I multiplied that by the top and bottom of the first fraction. So then they would have common denominators, and I'm able to add them together. So then I have 2 times x plus 3 plus x over 2 times the square root of x plus 3. And when I distribute out the 2, I get 2x plus 6 plus x over 2 root x plus 3. So then when you add that together, you get 3x plus 6 over 2 root x plus 3. And then you set that equal to 0 to find your critical points. And by doing that, you set your numerator equal to it. And that's how I got x equals negative 3. So that's my critical point of my first derivative. So next, what I have to do is I need to find the second derivative. And so I just took my first derivative, the original one, brought the 1/2 down, subtracted it 1/2 by 1, so then I got negative 1/2. And then I took the second one, brought down this negative 1/2, multiplied it by x plus 2, and then I subtracted 1 from this. And then I got that. So then you get this equals 1/2 times x plus 3 raised to the negative 1/2 minus x over 4 times x plus 3. So then I moved this also to the bottom. So then they're both in fraction form. So I have 1 over 2 times the square root of x plus 3 minus x over 4 times x plus 3. And so what I have to do next is plug in, or look at my critical values from my first derivative in my second one. So I put 3 on a number line, and I plugged it in, and I plugged in test points around it. So I plugged in negative 4, which does not exist, so that's not even a part of the graph. And then I plugged in 0, and 0 got me 1 over 2 root 3, because that turns to 0. So I knew that was positive. So therefore, since it's positive from negative 3 on, I was able to determine that this function is concave up from negative 3 to infinity.